Hello! Welcome in, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's true, I have arrived. And if you haven't heard, Chernobyl's outer shell is broken containment. Therefore, all of us are getting irradiated. Every single one of us. I hope you like turning into green goo, because you're all becoming green goo. Between me and Chernobyl, you're all done. I'm sorry it has to be this way. You're all becoming super mutants. That is not, by the way, this is not me gaslighting. I am being entirely serious. It was evaluated by, I forget who, but it was evaluated by somebody, but the shell around Chernobyl no longer can contain the leaking radiation. So, congratulations. If you haven't known by now, the background radiation around you has probably doubled since then. So that's pretty neat. What do you expect? I mean, it has a helicopter crashed into it. That thing's gotta be pretty sturdy. But hello, everyone. I hope you all had a great, or are having a great week so far. We're getting closer to Christmas. Are you feeling it yet, chat? Are you feeling it in the air? We only got 14 days left. That's 2 weeks. You better have bought your Christmas presents. Otherwise, you're fucked. You might be fucked. Oh, yeah, I guess 24 is Christmas Eve, but always count Christmas Eve, so. Yeah, I really hope you guys got your Christmas presents. I still owe somebody one, and I'm low-key panicking, so. But yeah, yo, it's done with finals. Let's go. I was gonna say, for part of this stream, if anyone has any questions about history finals or wants any tips, you can ask me. I know it's mostly over. I feel like most people are done by now, because usually, like, professors want to be fucking done with it by now. But yeah. Yo, what's up, Delta? Welcome in, dude. Let me clean up all of the stuff. Ferris, thank you for the 3-stream streak. Thank you for your devotion to the cult. We've also had a lot of followers since last stream. I don't know if y'all were on Prissy's. So this is really funny. So I don't know if y'all were on Prissy's, stream. I think it was last night. No, it was right after we got done streaming on Sunday. So I'm gonna give you guys a bit of an event. So I got done streaming. Okay, first off, I'm gonna try to talk quieter. Trying to conserve my voice more often. I get really excited because I'm talking to chat and you guys are my favorite. But I'm gonna try and be a little bit more calm, okay? But anyway, so after stream on Sunday, great time. We sadly ended a little bit early. Yo! Thank you so much for the sub, Alex Fish. Welcome back to the harem, and thank you for the 3-stream streak. Elendar1, thank you for your devotion to the cult. It means a lot. But essentially, after we got done with stream on Sunday, which ended earlier than I wanted, because my voice gave out, I got up, I unironically got upset because stream ended earlier than I wanted. What's up, Jungle? But essentially I got up and went to go make myself ramen. And when I came back, I saw that I had been called by Prissy for like maybe 10 seconds. And I was like, that's odd. Prissy's streaming right now. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And so Prissy, I hopped into Prissy's stream because I was already lurking, and I was like,
Laughing Max penis.
exactly.
Stuck in the door.
That was exactly what I was thinking.
Max little penis.
I had to check on Mike.
That's gonna be so.
But she essentially like asked me, or like I hopped into chat and I was like, hey, what'd you like call me for? And she was like, leave chat now. You have to leave. And I was like, oh shit, okay, my bad. So I still lurked, but I left. And then like 5 minutes later, never mind you, I'm eating some spicy as fuck ramen, like snot coming down my face, like tears in my eyes. And she calls me and I pick up and I'm like, hello? And she starts singing Christmas carols. I guess it was supposed to be like I guess she was supposed to be a Christmas caroler kind of thing, but she didn't know half the lyrics to the song. So she got like halfway through, I think, Oh Holy Night, and like halfway through was even like, oh my god, how fucking long is this song? But she got all the way through it while I was slurping noodles the entire time. So she's singing and you see me going like, oh crap, it's hot, it's so spicy, like, oh, like my nose like pinched because there's like mucus coming out. I'm like, oh my god. You mean like blowing my nose and stuff like that. And then essentially, she finished and she was like, so how was it? And I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. You did a pretty good job. Like, hoarse as fuck, obviously, because we just got done streaming for almost 10 hours. And then I was like, so, you mind explaining the bicycle helmet? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I mean, like, you're very obviously, like, what are you, like, Mormon or something? And I was like, I don't really get it. And apparently that was a hit in her chat with her and with her as well, because she proceeded to laugh for like a good minute and a half. And I was like, I am so happy that I somehow derailed this chaotic Christmas caroling more than you expected by playing into the fact that like chat can't see that you're dressed in a Mormon outfit. Oh, it was really good though. Oh my god. But yeah, it was really funny. It was really funny. I got you, Jordan. I'm sorry, dude. Well, I hope things look up. But yeah, so, that was my rest of my day Sunday. The rest of my week has, been me struggling with my tummy for some reason. I don't know what I ate, but my stomach the past, like, 3 days has been like, what if it felt like you got punched in the gut by Joseph Joestar just about every 6 hours? And I was like, that'd be lame. And my stomach was like, okay, well, anyway, doing it anyway, I don't care. I was the picture of elegance, thank you. And I'll let you know, actually, you know, now that I think about it, it was probably the spicy ramen on Sunday. That was almost definitely it, because I definitely ate more of it on Tuesday for lunch at work. And I had the exact same reaction, like, eyes and nose wide, where I was just like, oh my god, it's so fucking hot. It's so much fucking hotter than it was the last time. That's probably why my stomach's been messed up. That makes way more sense, actually. I should really stop eating Nongshim spicy fiery beef ramen. That is probably why, because not only is it spicy as hell, but it's a salt bomb. Why can't the whole world stop working on Christmas? I don't want to work on Christmas. Just call in sick. That's what I did. Oh my god. Yo, thank you for the follow, Yuomka. I think I said that right. Welcome into the cult. How you doing? But yeah, so that's been my week so far. Besides that, I played a little bit of Tarkov yesterday. Got some IRL friends back into it and tried to run them through interchange and reaped 2 mortal PMC souls with my Keter. Never mind the fact that I died all 3 raids. But we succeeded, and that's all that matters. We found success. That was the most amount of people PMCs I've ever seen on the far, like, right wooded side of interchange I've ever seen in my life. There were Keter kills at least. Damn right, dude. The Keter Cheddar Club. I'd actually love to get more art of, like, the Keter Cheddar Club. I really kind of want to make that a thing. I think it'd be really fun. Where we just have, like, a group of people with, like, the Hara tag just running around with nothing but Ketters and cheese slices. That'd be great. But we had a funny moment. So one of my friends, okay, this actually was really funny. So one of my friends is a really greedy player. He's good. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. But he's really greedy. In fact, he's probably better gunfight-wise at Tarkov than I am. But he's very greedy. So we were playing customs, if you know what that is. If not, don't worry about it. We were playing a map. And essentially, we got like halfway through the map. And he needed to get out without dying. And we had just run across a group of player scabs that had a lot of kit. They killed a PMC and one of them was kitted. I died being a distraction after killing one of the player scabs, and then my teammates, this guy and another person, killed the last player scab that was kitted. Because I died to be the distraction. Because I didn't have to get out. But anyway, doesn't change the fact that my friend, who got all the gear and killed the guy, also got like his leg shredded and one of his arms blacked out. So he didn't have a CMS kit and we had no healing because we used it all in that long drawn out fight. So he's literally hobbling on one leg like a fucking pirate back like through the other half of customs, and he keeps stopping to pick up shit, like to look through bags and stuff. And I'm like, you are so greedy. You are gonna die, and it's gonna be so fucking funny. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. And he was like, shut up. No, it's not. I gotta look through these. This is what I get. Like, you're dead. Stop talking. Like, that kind of stuff. And he gets, like, 3/4 of the way through the map. So he's still got, like, a little bit more to go. And suddenly the upper right corner, the timer, like, beeps. Which means he's got less than 10 minutes to hobble his way across that last fourth. And then he realized, oh, shit. Not only am I over-encumbered, which means he's slower, and has a broken leg, which means he's even slower, but he's now out of energy because he didn't eat any fucking food. So he has 10 minutes to quite literally crawl on his hands and knees to the extract. And the funniest thing I've ever seen, he stops in the middle of a field, lays down on his stomach, and starts eating a jar of mayonnaise. Because it was the only food he had on him. So he is just absolutely covered in shit. And he is just lying like a worm in the dirt, eating his spoonfuls of mayonnaise. And he, with like no leg. And he made it out. And I was like, that's incredible.
He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
But he was. He ended up being in Rush Hour 3. He made it. With like 2 minutes left, barely, but he made it. And I was like, that is incredible. Just literally laying on his stomach eating mayonnaise like the worm he is. Because it was so funny. He's like, I'm not going to pay for my green. Then the timer popped up. Like, then all 3 of those popped up. And he was like, oh shit. Like, I'm actually kind of fucked. Oh, it was funny. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the 3 stream streak. Thank you for your dedication to the cult.
Well, let me guess.
Brendan! Ow! Man did not get punished for elemental greed, more at 11. See, he got punished earlier in the day by being the only person to get, like, popped in the skull while we were running interchange, which is why we had to run it, like, 3 times. Because he was just unlucky. I mean, like, they literally both times he died, the person took 2 pot shots at me and the other person on our team, missed, took a 3rd pot shot and hit him in the brain. It was so funny. Yo, a 21-day streak? That's crazy. No touching the crown, rude. You're getting all grease on it and stuff. It's gross. Taking Would You Love Me as a worm too seriously? Dude, not only was he a worm, he was a worm consuming mayonnaise. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, well, now that my, like, dumb little story times are over, I actually did something good today, and I came up with topics to talk about on stream for you guys. Yo, Alex Fish, thank you for the 3 stream streak. Thank you for your devotion to the cult. But, excuse me. So I have some to talk about today. However, it's all in, like, a random little bit. So yeah, we'll get to talking about that at some point. But as you know, this upcoming week, it's the same thing as last week. Sorry for if it's getting a little bit stale. I'm holding out for one more week because Fallout Season 2 comes out next week. So that means we're going to get back on our Fallout New Vegas playthrough. We just have to do Lonesome Road. I think that's all we have left, if I'm not mistaken. Lonesome Road, and then finish the game off. So, perfect timing. So we're gonna I'm trying to sync it up with that because I think it actually comes out next Wednesday, the same day as stream. Moshi Bird Desi, what's up, Q? So we're gonna be doing that. And I have some stuff to talk about that, as well. Hold on. I gotta make another note because I just remembered something. So my little dumb bird brain ADHD noggin smooth rock in head, doesn't forget, later. So yeah, we'll be doing that next week, but that means on Friday, we're gonna do some solo runs for the first couple of hours on Tarkov so I can hang out and chat with y'all. We're gonna try to get some quests done. I saw a really funny way to do a couple quests that I think would be really funny to try, so we'll try that out. We'll try to reap some souls of that Keter, so that'll also be a lot of fun. And then, we'll pick up and play with some friends. Hopefully we can get Crunch and Yari in again, and, I know we'll get Hestia. But Crunch slept through the entire stream last Friday, so as long as he doesn't, take a honk shoe, we should be able to get him, and hopefully the raids will go a little bit better, because he tends to carry us. And then, on Sunday, we'll be doing more War Thunder, as is foretold every Sunday, so, yeah. I'm gonna try to be a little bit, probably gonna play mostly solo on Sunday. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more positive. I've been really negative on War Thunder recently, and I think it's just because of what I've been trying to, grind out instead of just enjoying whatever I want to play, you know? So yeah. I'm gonna be a little bit more conscious about that on Sunday, so stream's a little bit more fun, and the whole time is me just going, God freaking dang it, dagnabbit, by a Tim's name, I hate this game! So, yeah, well, we might play some lower BRs and stuff like that, just to have a little bit of more fun, you know? I might also play some lineups that I've had in my pocket for a while that are absolute noob stompers, so stream's a little bit more entertaining. So yeah. Hey McMahon, welcome in. Boats? No boats. I'm sorry, buddy, the queue is just too messed up. However, I do owe you guys a custom game night. I'll think about that. I might get you a custom game night next week. I do owe you guys one. It's been a long time since we've had one. Boat goes Bented? Boat does go Bented. Speaking of, if you guys don't know, if you're in the California area, I will not be there, sadly. I'm not cool enough. I'm just kidding. I'm not a singer, so that's why I won't be there. But there is an event going on at the USS Hornet. I'm saying it because I'm friends with V-Fleet, and they're cool, and they deserve your patronage. But they're going to have a lot of famous streamers there singing, and their event will be called Boat Goes Bented. I think they have, they have some pretty big names. I think they have Issa Corva. I think they might have Pippa, if I'm not mistaken. That or Pippa was just, sharing it. But they've got all the V-Fleet girls singing. They've got Issa Corva, who is incredible. She's fucking sick. Honestly, I would go for Issa alone. And if you guys are, on the West Coast, you guys should totally go check it out. So, yeah, definitely go check them out. V-Fleet's cool. The V-Fleet talents are all super nice. I think some socks people might be there too, Alien Mixture might be there. I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff on my Twitter thing recently. Oh, right, they have Chika Fuji Lisa. That's the big one too. Yeah, she's really cool as well. If you're okay, I'll be honest, Issa Corva and Chika Fuji Lisa are the two, VTuber singers that I actually listen to on a regular basis. Because I don't know if y'all have ever listened to Chika Fuji Lisa, but she's got some really cool, alt metal stuff. God, what's her name? She does a lot of duos with another really cool VTuber called Pop It. Hold on. Give me a moment. Ricky Pop It. That's her name. You should totally check her out on Twitter. She's got a badass metal scream. They're so cool. But Lisa and Ricky, or Riki, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she's really, really cool. Y'all should definitely go check them out. So, they all deserve your patronage. Totally. But yeah, check them out. V-Feet indeed. Not V-Feet. Yeah. Yo, thank you for the follow, Carburized Wood. Welcome to the cult. How you doing? But yeah, so if that sounds interesting to you, you should go check it out. Speaking of, big reminder, for me personally, if there's a convention near you that you want me to show up to, make sure you tell me about it, okay? Also, a big thing you can do is send like an email or something to the convention and be like, yo, this VTuber's really cool and I want her to be at your convention. They will send me a DM so fucking fast, it's not even funny. Even if it's like 2 of you just say that. I'm not kidding. So if there's a convention near you, especially a bigger one that you're really interested in and you want me to be there for a virtual meet and greet or for a panel, let them know, let the convention know, or let me know, and I'll put in an application. I'll also let me know like 6 months in advance because they fill that shit up fast. So yeah. I'm trying to get in on Off-Kai right now. Fingers crossed. That would be really cool. I've got a lot of connections now these days. So I'm trying to see if I can like hitch my wagon to somebody. But we'll see. To summon the burb, you must email. Exactly! You have to use the most ancient form of communication of all. No, I don't mean MySpace messenger boards. It's email. Email. Magic. Ooh. Your grandparents used it. Sometimes. I'm gonna mail you a letter now. Feel free. Sure. I mean, shit. The top 10 donors for the Donathon all got handwritten papyrus messages from me. Not pigeons. Well, you see, there's so many pigeons these days that I feel like my pigeon, if I used a carrier pigeon, would get lost pretty quick. We're gonna Skype in Hara? Exactly. Honestly, I swear to God, like, I feel like one of my chatters would, like, accidentally, like, okay, this might just be because, like, I've been doing a lot of, like, military stuff recently, but I really feel like someone would, like, convince me to do, it would be so fucking funny. Like, live stream me straight up in, like, a military barracks. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Actually, now that I think about it, that could go sideways so fast. You know, now that I think about that, maybe that's not the greatest idea to do a meet and greet in Army barracks. I feel like that could go sideways very quickly. Maybe in the mess hall where things are a little bit more public. So yeah, that would be crazy. I'm literally just like an iPad taped to a wall in the mess hall. Just ignoring.
She is worse.
Not
than
ignoring,
grief.
annoying.
She is. May a tomb forgive me for even uttering this word. Roman.
Ew. Just annoying, like, Marines or something trying to eat their meal or something. Would a pilot's lounge work? I feel like, okay, I've never been in the military. I don't know a lot of people from the military, but I know all the military memes. I feel like the pilots might be a little bit more composed than some other branches of the U.S. Army, so absolutely. Like, if I tape a crayon to the iPad, the Marines will watch. That's true. Also, just letting you guys know, we've got some big stuff in store. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff prepared for you guys for our, partner anniversary in February. It's gonna be a hectic time, so for me personally, just because of real life and work stuff. So I'm trying to get stuff organized right now. I'm working on a lot of stuff for you guys. I'm not kidding. And hopefully it'll be really cool. But if you want to support stream a little bit, I hate to ask, but I do have a Ko-Fi, and anything that goes into stream goes, anything you pay towards a sub or anything like that goes back into stream and stuff like that. I've just got a lot in mind, and it takes a lot to finance it. I've been actually using a lot of my personal money recently because I want to entertain you guys. Again, not required, just you being here is enough. But if you've got like $5 laying around that you're like, I could set it on fire, or I could give it to a cool bird. I'm just saying you should give it to a cool bird. Hey Eric, how's it going? Oh, in the Navy. That's cool. In the Navy. it will not quite be a year at my job. Yeah, that sounds about right, Tactical. Yo, what's up, Puns? Welcome in. How you doing? Greetings, greetings. Wait, I know you. It took me a minute, but I know who you are. Let me get a closer look. I smell Sumerian on you. I know what they smell like. You can't hide it from me, Puns. Taking organs? No. She's cool. However, she has been hanging out with a Sumerian lately. I don't know how I feel about that. Ancient peoples are very attached to their ethnocentrism. And while I never had any conflicts with the Sumerian, they're still not Egyptian. And that's a problem. I do like the idea of like when someone new comes into chat, all of the chatters like pull up surgical tools and like canopic jars. I'm like, whoa, stand down. Everybody's like, okay. It's like, not now, Ferb. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just had to make sure. Look, I will admit, that Sumerian's pretty cool, so it's okay. Still be hanging out with any Romans, okay? Do Sumerians smell like pennies or... No. See, even though pennies are worthless, pennies are still made a little bit of copper. Sumerians have fake copper, so... You know, I saw a Christmas tree downtown with Assyrian decorations and ornaments on them. Lamassus and the Gate of Ishtar. That sounds kind of neat, actually. I mean, it was originally a pagan holiday. Ooh, that reminds me. For the first time ever, I had challah bread. Holy shit, man. I'm missing out. I feel like I could really celebrate Hanukkah. Just give me a big old loaf of challah bread and I'm all in, baby. That shit is actually so good. It's incredible. I've been having it with some wine cheese. Describe it. It's like a Hawaiian roll, but like fancier. Like it's sweet, but like not Hawaiian sweet, like not too sweet. It's like perfectly in the middle between like a really good dinner roll and like a Hawaiian roll. It's just tasty. It's really damn good. Yeah, and it's braided. It looks really sick. It's very fancy. I shouldn't have bread because I'm trying to lose weight. Me too, dude. Totally. I say the same thing and then my roommates are like, hi, I brought home fudge. Hi, I brought home cookies. Hi, I brought home Rice Krispie treats. It's like, I fucking hate you guys. They know how to make their bread, bagels too. You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. Fudge. I'm gonna get hated for this. I don't like fudge. I don't like fudge for the same reason I don't like most cheesecakes or chocolate cake. It's too rich. It's too rich for me. I'm a broke-ass bird and I got broke-ass tastes. I also found out that, like, apparently a lot of people put mayonnaise in their fudge because it makes it creamier. And I'm not going to bed. And I don't know if that makes it taste any worse or better, but yeah, apparently that's a big thing. Yeah, apparently that's a thing. At least I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it was mayonnaise. I definitely know. Look, my brain is either thinking sour cream or mayonnaise, and I know for a fact it's not sour cream. I once said that pho is overrated, and I got angry mobs coming at me. No, I agree. I think pho is also overrated. I didn't think it was bad. It was just, like, not my taste, I guess. I'd prefer ramen, like, every time. Like, a good ramen place. Is that a Midwestern U.S. thing? Sounds like it. Look, despite us covering the 4 apocalyptic salads of Thanksgiving, no, I don't think it's really a thing here. I've never heard about it. Everyone else that has it, that likes fudge, says it's pretty good. But I don't eat fudge, so. chocolate vinegar cake from the Great Depression. That's crazy. I want to like pho. Maybe if I recreate it with less fish sauce, it'd be good. It's not the fish sauce for me. It's just like, I don't know, like, I don't like the noodles. I think that's the big problem for me. I don't like the noodles. And while I do like that the mint and the lime and the jalapenos are a little bit different, I don't like the noodles. It's like whatever, they're the rice noodles or whatever. I'm just not a fan. They're like really chewy and like not great. I'd rather just have wheat noodles. Talk to me how they love pho, even when I tell them I'm Vietnamese. Oh no. I want to try, what are the sandwiches? Do you like soba noodles in? I've never had soba. Y'all, I live in the U.S. South. If you think there's a single soba place in the U.S. South, you're out of your fucking mind. See, pho is allowed because it's still hot. Banh mi's always come with pho. But you try to tell a southerner in the United States to eat a cold rice noodle soup, ain't happening. Ain't fucking happening. I can hear it right now. What in tarnation? What do you mean I'm supposed to eat it cold? Where are the toppings? Yeah, it's not happening, dude. That's like asking me to drink like cold hot chocolate, which I guess is just chocolate milk. But you get my point. But yeah. I love cilantro, which is what makes it feel weird for me. I think the mint is also a weird throw-off. Or unsweet tea. What? Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, well, honestly, I like half and half tea. I think most places make theirs way too sweet. I'm not trying to get a toothache from sipping on tea, dude. But yeah. Speaking of, what I was going to talk about was, apparently, Costco has, like, 20 packs of, like, the Fallout sodas. So if you have a Costco thing, go and check those out. A buddy sent it to me. And I didn't get any because I was spending too much money on Pokemon cards. Yeah, they're apparently really good. I just asked him to save me one Sunset Sarsaparilla, not to drink, but because I want one to collect. That's all I want is just one Sunset Sarsaparilla. I don't care about the quantum or the whatever other stupid fancy bullshit. I just want the Sunset Sarsaparilla. It's cowboy themed. I like it. It's cool. I'm gonna get 8 for this. I'm in the South and I don't like tea.
He ain't gonna be in rush hour 3.
He might be. I don't think you're wrong for that. I feel like your choice, do you like lemonade? That's my question. As long as you like one of, like, tea or lemonade, I think you're good. Oh, really? You can get a blue star in the cap? I mean, I would prefer it undrank, unopened, but yeah, I mean, I'll just fill it with brown water. I don't know, probably just water and food dye. I dislike sweet tea. I didn't realize we had a lot of sweet tea haters in chat. That's disappointing. I think it depends, though. Like, for example, if, like, I tried a brisk for the first time during my brother's birthday, it was so odd. Now, you see, there's the problem. Brisk is ass. Brisk is garbage. Like, unironically, that, like, Gold Peak shit and brisk, as a sweet tea drinker, like, if you see those in the gas station, you don't even take them for free. They're so bad. Even like Arizona's just straight sweet tea option isn't very good. Yeah, I wouldn't use brisk as a fucking mixer, man. They're like Arnold Palmer, quote unquote. Tastes like battery acid. Ow! AYP stream, what's up, dude? But yeah. Yep. But yeah, the new Fallout season, I am incredibly excited for. I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping it'll be good. I've heard from a lot of people that apparently the main writer for Obsidian that worked as like the story lead for Fallout New Vegas said it was really good. So if he says it's really good, I like to think that maybe, and judging off the first season, it's really good, which makes me very happy. It seems different enough that like you can learn a lot of new stuff, but also it doesn't seem like they're stomping on the original, which makes me very happy because I think this is a critical thing for them to do, especially if they plan on a season 3 outside of New Vegas to expand somewhere else, is by getting this area perfect. And it looks like they're doing it, so I'm really excited. I'm excited about it! So yeah, looks cool. Looks cool. Yo, thank you for the 100 bits on us on. Think they'll meet the boomers in the show? I don't know. It could go any way. We know for a fact that they meet Mr. House. It's not a spoiler, it's in the trailer. Actually, we don't even know if he's technically alive. It could just be a screen with his face on it. Well, no, because Victor's there. But anyway, you get my point. Is like, there's a chance that like every faction outside of Mr. House and the Legion are completely just gone, frankly. I don't think the NCR will be there. Judging by, you know, the first season. But we'll see. Maybe they still have outposts or something. But I would expect the boomers to be gone. Honestly. Like, yeah, for the boomers, it could be a coin toss. I expect, like, the kings seem to be done for. Just judging off some of the scenes. I expect followers of the apocalypse to be done for. So yeah, I think there's a lot of the minor factions we might not see because the strip seems pretty overrun. But yeah. But yeah. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Fuck the NCR. I like the NCR. I'm not gonna sit there and act like they're good. But I like them. Every time I play like a solo run, regardless of what I do, I end up going NCR. Because like I want to go Brotherhood of Steel, but that's not really an option. So I just go NCR and spare the Brotherhood is usually what I do. Sometimes I'll go like Independent Vegas without Yes Man, but their attitude ruins any of their credibility. I can agree with that. I mean, they do, don't get me wrong, they do shitty things. They do really shitty things. But I still think it's slightly better than the alternatives. Yo, thank you, Wipey. I'm glad you like it. It's over 3,000 years of careful curating. It is brushed 3 hours daily by a ethereal slave in Duat. I mean, worshiper. They're in heaven, so they're a worshiper. Hey, William, welcome in. How's it going? I do too. It's a Russian Badger quote. That's more understandable. No, don't clip it! Rude. Dude, there's some people in chat going, oh my god, we get to be slaves? That's incredible. I'm so in. I was like already in already, but I'm so in now. Chat's like, there's unironically someone in chat right now thinking, when does she get to the whipping? When does that start? I want to be like one of the people at the very beginning of Prince of Egypt. I want that to be me, and she's just going, whip! Faster! Whip! Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is it. This is chat right here, dude. Yeah, this is what chat envisions when I say slaves.
Damn. He ain't gonna be in rush hour 3.
Sing of the wind on my shoulders. Sweat from the sweat on my brow. Yeah, Prince of Egypt, yeah. Will people cry? Help us now. Deliver us. Deliver us. But no, that's chat. I'm cracking the whip going faster, and chat's like, I'm actually somehow into this. Do you want to wear a sweater? It's cold. No thanks. I give off enough irradiated warmth to warm up about everything within 2 blocks of me. When You Believe was another song that I know from that movie. If you have not seen that movie in its entirety, you need to check it out right fucking now. Unironically, Prince of Egypt had like the most peak music out of a kid's movie, I think, literally ever. Like, Playing with the Big Boys Now is my favorite. This one's so good, and it's got Steve Martin and Martin Short singing. Oh, it's a banger. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Not the fucking old Hobbit movie quote. Newt. God. Yo, Hara Cuddles. This shit went so hard in ancient Egypt, dude. You guys don't even know. These guys were like our Beatles. There's just one line I want to listen to this in this song. Just this one line by Steve Martin. Playing with the big boys now. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh my god, what a line. Alright. I'll stop messing around with Prince of Egypt soundtrack now. I feel like I do that like once every like 4 or 5 months on stream. I just love the way he goes, ooh, that's pretty. Just something about it, man. Yo, what's up, Sheriff Pumpkin? I love the name. Welcome in, dude. Avatar 3 came out? Yeah, I mean, I saw people talking about it. Avatar 4, guys, get ready. Oh my god, I'm so hyped for Avatar 4. Coming out in 2045. Oh my god. The weird blue people are gonna be orange. It's gonna be crazy. That's, like, I'm not gonna lie. I did not care about Avatar 1, 2, or 3, and I watched 1. Mostly because, like, I get what, like, they're trying to do with it. Like, it's supposed to represent, like, Native Americans and, like, colonialization, but it, like, kind of just, like, it's kind of too on the nose. And, like, there's, like, hair sex and stuff. I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure. Why does it tickle your fancy, Ara? Because it's, it's sultry? I don't know, I think that's the right way to say it. I remember seeing that as a child and it was weird. Hair sex, Lamau. What? That's what it is! Has your hair lost its virginity yet, chat? Salacious? I don't know what this has to do with salads. Hair, not air. What? Air sex? Really? The fuck is air sex? When I was a 5th grader, insane how far we've come. Insane how those actors are locked into a 60-year project. Speaking of 60-year projects, I heard the new Stranger Things season came out. Hear from people that it's good, but like, if I'm being frank, okay, like, it probably, look, I don't care how good it is, it probably should have ended like 2 seasons ago. Just being honest. I don't dislike Stranger Things, but like, damn girl, you just flaunting your hair. You think like Middle Eastern countries saw Avatar 1 with the hair sex and were like, I don't like that. We're making women cover their hair now. Do you think that's where that came from? That would make a lot of sense, actually. It kind of creeped me out, too. Like, all the Middle Eastern guys were like, women have that in their hair? All right, whoa. We're done with that. Cover that shit up. Worse than ankles. You told us last stream about your compressed air. You already know, dude. Stranger Things has been out for so long. That's what I'm saying. Season 1 was like literally 15 years ago, dude. 11 was like younger than 11 during the first season. And now she has a kid. Like, huh? So yeah, no, I'm honestly good. It's one of those things where it was like, I stopped watching after like 3. Yes, she has a kid. It's nuts. I saw in like other news, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw it. I had to be told this one. But apparently the voice actor for Sheen passed away from Jimmy Neutron. And that sucks ass. So that feels really bad. It's been a long time since then, but that doesn't really suck because I feel like that was an integral character to a lot of people's childhood. So yeah. Sorry you had to find out from an ancient Egyptian bird on the internet, but yeah, he passed away today apparently. He's apparently been struggling for a while. Meanwhile, Andy Dick, like, does meth for 15 years and is an absolute asshole and somehow still alive. How that happens, I don't fucking know. I don't know. God or a Tim or like Bahishma or Krishna or somebody just has a soft spot for like meth heads, I guess, because for somehow they live to be like 90. It's crazy. I'm afraid I don't know who that is, Koi. I do find that very interesting, though. Not saying that anyone deserves, to pass, obviously. But I'm saying it is really weird. There's some people that will be, like, perfectly healthy their whole life and pass away at, like, 35. And there's some people that's like, yeah, I've been ODing on meth since I was, like, 15, and I'm, like, turning 80 next month. Oh, right. The guy that was Shang Tsung. That's right. Never forget Sheen. Yeah. I remember I watched the first episode when it came out and said this probably won't even last for over a year. Really? Did you not like Stranger Things that much? I'll admit, the last season, and I guess this season too, they got way gorier than they had before. Which blew my mind, frankly. I was not expecting the level of gore in Stranger Things season 4 or whatever, as it did. Want to give me some lucky numbers? Yeah, sure. How many numbers do you need again for Powerball? If I get it right, you gotta split it with me. 5 plus 1. Okay, your numbers are, 8. Wait, can you do double digits? Are there double digit numbers? Like, what's the limit? Like, what? How? I've never played Powerball before, if you can't tell. I would do 8, 11, 20, 8, 11, 20, 43. I don't know why, but I'm just feeling 43. 58. 58. And then for your last number, the +1, pick, give it to me, shubba shubba. I wish to glean the power of a 10. 16. There you go. Your last number is 16, Secti. I thought you wholeheartedly you were going to say 8, 0, 0, 8, and 5. You can't pick the same number twice. So. Its max is 69. Fuck! If I would have known that, I would have said 1 for 69. That's lame. I already gleaned the power of a 10. Too late. I got 4 finals due tonight. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Well, good luck. Let me know if you need any help with any history short answer. Glean it again. Yo, 69. That one was pretty fast. Ugh. In other news, I found out, I think we've talked about it before, but I found out that Lego came out with 2, not 1, 2 sets of the Pyramids of Giza, which is really cool. And I really want one. I have no space for them right now. But what I thought would be really cool is that if you get the 1 set of the Pyramid of Giza, I think it would be really cool if, hold on. Hiccup. I thought it'd be really cool if you got one of those sets of just like there's one of just the Pyramid of Giza, the big one, not like Khufu's pyramid. Or wait, maybe it is Khufu's pyramid. You get my point. The biggest one. Get that one, and it'd be really cool if you spray painted it black and like put a big magnet in the bottom of it, and then put a big magnet in the base so that it hovers, and you can make like a black pyramid of Nagash. I thought that would be really sick. I feel like that'd be a really, really, really cool project. Hara, Moshi Moshi Bird Dasu. It's sitting right next to me. Then make it! You have the power, worshiper. You have the touch. Hey, Faralina, welcome in. How you doing? It's Benefit. How you doing? But yeah, I got it from that one guy that made like the, what is it, the hover tank from Warhammer 40k, and he put like a bunch of magnets in the bottom of it. You got hit by the live truck. Hey, sometimes all of us get hit by Truck-kun and get isekai'd. You just have to fight your way back out of it. I studied rock and roll history before at college. Ooh, hell yeah. I studied a little bit myself. I am broke guy. I buy smaller and medium Lego sets. I don't really buy Lego sets at all. I don't have anything against Lego sets. I don't know. Again, I don't really have any space to put them anywhere, so I don't do it. I could get like a mini one of the pyramids that's like a desk size one. Not the size of a desk, but one that's meant to go on a desk, you know. I want more Egyptian themed Lego minifigures. I'm sure you can buy custom ones online. There's a lot of people that make like custom ones. That's pretty cool gear. But what's really cool about the single pyramid, the biggest one at Giza, is that like it's like accurately detailed down to like the corridors and stuff inside of it. So like you have like the white limestone shell with the gold bin mound, but you can pick it up off of it, and it shows like the path, like the hidden passageways and stuff like that, as well as the burial chamber. It's pretty neat. 1 foot by 1 foot. But yeah, you can remove the shell. It's really cool. I was like, wow, that's neat. So yeah, I thought about that because I was like looking at someone build it, and I was like, that'd be pretty neat. I'd like that. Imagine a scale figure of Hara. That would be dope as hell. I'm sure you can commission somebody. Right, yeah, it shows it under construction too. So like it's got like the little like ramp complex that they would have used, you know, drag the blocks up. It's just cool. It's just really cool. They didn't have to go that hard. They could have charged you like $10 or some shit like that and made it an actual just straight up pyramid, but they went so hard with it, and it's really sick. Right, you did gear, I remember. got 2 smaller pyramids. One of the sets does. Apparently you can get a version that's just the biggest pyramid. But yeah. But speaking of what I actually spent all my money on, I bought more Pokemon cards. And I may or may not have pulled another $150, $200 card. So yeah. I've been very unlucky in Tarkov lately for like drops and stuff. But I did unironically find a 200. Apparently my real life luck has picked up in its stead. I think I've been like, all of my bad juju is like going to Tarkov. Please share it with us through the Discord server. What, you want to see what the card looks like? I can grab it real quick. Let me grab it. Oh god, that's pixelated as fuck. Hold on. Let me find a good picture. Alright. Boink. Alright, so this is it. This is what I pulled. It's the Mega Venusaur EX. I have the Bulbasaur too, so that means all I need is the Ivysaur version of this card art. So with the holidays, could you make a gingerbread tomb? That would be really neat, actually. I'll look that up and see if they actually have like a actually, let's look it up right now. Is there a gingerbread pyramid? It doesn't look like it. I would have to like make one custom. I mean, I guess we could buy a gingerbread house kit and I could just cut it all into triangles. What is that? What is that? What is this? What the fuck is this? Why does it look like what does it look like a raisinette? Why does the Sphinx look like a raisinette? Oh my god, that's crazy. Look, they put in a good effort, but also, oh my fucking god, that obelisk is so girthy. That is a girthy fucking obelisk. Oh my god, it does look like it's opening on top. You're not wrong. That's so funny. That Sphinx is so cursed. Oh my lord. Oh, there's another one. How did it get worse, dude? How did it get worse? The Sphinx is like, kill me! Please kill me! It looks like the alien from E.T. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is insane. That's so... Please do not touch, as if somebody's gonna ruin that. Oh, that's funny. Oh my god, I'm dead. A rabbit hole I did not expect to be amazing, and yet here we are. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. Is this an actual... Oh, that was like a legitimate one. That one's really nice, actually. Holy shit. That one's actually really well done. That's really funny. Yeah, I'm just letting you guys know right now, chat. This is, a lot of people don't know this, but, this is what Napoleon saw when he came to take Egypt from the British. He took one look at this and was, sacre bleu! This is so fucking worth it! Holy shit, bro! It looks like E.T. He literally pointed at it and was like, sacre bleu! I don't know what it... can someone in French tell me what it is E.T. is in French? Somebody translate that for me. No wonder he shot him with a cannon. Exactly. Sacre bleu. I know how to say it in German, but he wasn't German, so. So fucking funny, Bo. Sacre bleu, sieste et. Fire the cannon. You need to make a gingerbread Bass Pro Shop now. That would be insane, actually. That is so fucking funny, though. That is the way. Just two crazy sphinxes back to back that are cursed as hell. You're telling me the Sphinx and Pyramid aren't edible? Lame. No, they're definitely edible. You just have to like eating rock. I actually did sing the Blues Clues song earlier today. I got mail at work and I was like, we just got a letter. Tell me who it's from. And then I looked at it and I was like, it's junk mail! And threw it in the garbage. It's trash! That would actually be so funny if, like, there's, like, one episode where Steve is like, guess who, we just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. And then, like, he pulls it up and it's from, like, Salt and Peppa, and he's like, Salt and Peppa, that's garbage! And just, like, slam dunks it into the garbage can. That would be really funny. Steve should have done cool stuff like that. Maybe he would have kept his show running a bit longer. Dork! Dumb dork! Just kidding. I like Steve. But yeah. Speaking of Pokemon, though, we should check out the new Megas. The new Mega evolutions. I don't know if y'all saw. New Pokemon Megas announced. I'm not gonna lie. They're low-key kind of doo-doo feces. I'm not a big fan of them. Gonna be totally honest. Not a fan. Like, at all. Actually, I lied. There's one I like. But there's also one I really fucking hate. So we're gonna take a look at these real quick. Thank you, IGN, for stuff. I don't really want to thank you, but thank you for this, I guess. Alright. Yoink. Okay. So, this is the first one, which is the new, like, Mega Absol Z. Right? I'm gonna make a point after we look at these. But the new Mega Absol Z, that looks really cool. I like that a lot. Like the, like, kind of like claw cape thing. Someone, I'm telling you right now, somebody that is very poorly minded is going to turn that into something not okay. Something very lewd. But anyway, moving on. Next is Mega Crabominable. Really like this one. I actually really like this one. Something we're gonna find here is that the new Megas that come out, something about the new Megas this generation have either A, bigger arms or legs, or B, an extra set of arms or legs. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about, because you've already got the Starmie bigger legs. Now we got the Crabominable with the bigger arms. It's gonna happen. It's Pokemon. It was bound to happen anyway. I love the quote where it's like, Pokemon has so many, like, fine-ass, like, adult women in it, and yet the fans still choose the children and the animals. It's so fucking funny. It's not entirely true, if we're being honest. I think Cynthia might be the most pined for character in all of Pokemon, but it's such a funny statement. Alright. Next is Mega Staraptor, which I think's okay. I think they should have gotten a little bit. Yo! Holy shit! Son of Vulcan! Thank you for the Tinder bin! Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is totally going into some model editions I'm working on. Thank you so much, dude. It really does mean a lot. That is so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. But now we got, Mega Staraptor. The emo furry fringe is crazy. Staraptor has that normally. Honestly, this is my complaint. I think they didn't do enough with Staraptor. It just looks like a more grown-up Staraptor. Which, like, I guess, like, that's some of the megas, but I feel like they kind of could have gotten a little bit more exploratory with this one. Especially because some of these, they got, like, way too exploratory. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. See you, Red! Thanks for hanging out, dude. I'll see you back on Friday. Same time for some Tarkov. Alright. Okay, this is what I mean. Okay, Mega Galiziopod. Is he any different from normal Galiziopod? Or Galizopod? Like, he has, like, a larger goatee and eyebrows. And that is, I think, the only difference that I can immediately tell off the bat. He gained extra arms and legs. I thought he already had 4 arms. Gliziopod? Oh my god. He could hold, like, 4 Costco footlongs at once. Oh my god, there's gonna be some Pokemon weirdo that's immediately like, oh my god, I could totally turn this into a... Stop! No. Build like a Droidica? He kinda is, honestly. Now that you mention that, I like it a bit more. Hey, Snowfall, what's up, dude? Okay, I gotta look at Galizopod, though. Okay, no, he did gain an extra pair of arms or legs. You're right. What did I say, though? And his goatee got longer. But what did I say, though? Like, all of these megas, they just, like, add an extra pair of arms or legs, or they make one of them or both of them bigger. Okay. Next one is Mega Meowstick. I don't like it. They literally said, what if we just fuse the 2 Meowsticks together? Like, I don't like it. It's kind of boring. It's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. Is it a squirrel? I think that they're supposed to be like cats because it's Meowstick. So this is what Meowstick looks like originally. It has 2 versions. And then they were like, what if they're like, I have a Meowstick and a Meowstick. Bam! Mega Meowstick! Like, it's literally Apple Pen. Like, it is literally Pineapple Apple Pen, but the same Pokemon. So, like, I don't know, because, like, the thing is, like, their base designs look so good. Yeah, they did a show Tucker. Pretty much. Like, literally, that's what they did. They just literally, like, what if we take half of each? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll be honest. Like, look at these. These are, like, fan-created. You can barely tell, but I think those look so much cooler. Personally. But anyway. So that's Mega Meowstick. Mega Golurk. I'm pretty sure that's just Golurk. Is the X on him bigger? Is that what it is? Is just the X on him bigger? That's so cool, but look, it's not bad. It just looks like Golurk. That's my problem. Okay, nah, my bad. No. Okay, they did change some things about him, but it does still kind of just look like Golurk. I guess it's supposed to be that he's no longer broken. Which I like the story progression there. And that he's like full power. Which is kind of neat. It's not too bad, I guess. I can dig it. I can dig it because of the theming. So they are apparently missing some, despite them getting released. So there's a Mega Glimora, which looks pretty neat. I actually really like the Mega Glimora. It's a little odd, especially for Pokemon, but I kind of like it. My only complaint is that it looks like this is what Mega Cloyster was supposed to look like. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like what you would expect Mega Cloyster to be.
Laughing Mac's penis got stuck in the door.
Yeah?
Mac's little penis. Yeah, that's gonna be so...
Well, I've called like an ambulance for him like 10 times, and he is in so much medical debt that I don't think they'll send an 11th. So he's gonna have to deal with that by himself. Okay? Ow! Hey Yari, welcome in. He keeps getting stuck in the door. You think he'd learn, man. Anyway, that's Glamora. And the other one they're missing is Mega Scovillian. That's not what I'm looking for.
She is worse than Greek. She is, may a tomb forgive me for even uttering this word, Roman.
Ew. Call him Step Mike at this point? What do you mean by that? Are you marrying Mike? But yeah, this is the Scovillian change. I actually kind of like it. But by the way, oh no, okay. He actually has like a vampire. Okay, hold on. Why does he have like a vampire cloak on? I get it's supposed to be a villain, because it's Scovillain, or whatever. But why does he have like a vampire, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the big, he's Dracula Flow? That would be incredible. I do like that they sprouted a big chili pepper though. That's pretty cool. I really do like this design. I do. I think it's a cool upgrade. So I like Mega Scovillain. Next is Mega Tatsugiri. Mega Tatsugiri might be one of the darkest but coolest ones out of this group. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. So this is Mega Tatsugiri. I get they were already sushi. But there's just something weird about them literally being on like the fucking, not only is there 3 of them, but now they're like all like on the like cheap like fake grass they put in like gas station sushi containers. And that seems a little cruel, frankly. I do like that they put some caviar, or some roe rather, on the top of one of their heads. I think that's a really cool addition. So I like this one a lot. I think this is one of the better ones, even if it has kind of dark implications. Water Wash Doug Trio. Actually, it's Mega Wug Trio. You said it to M for Minnie. Alright. Next is Mega Chimeco, which I think looks sick. But at the same time, it's kind of weird because it looks like it has hung its children off of its own body. Am I the only one not seeing this? Does it not like it has strung up its own children from its body and they are dead? Because there is no face on those and I find that kind of creepy. I do like that it is just a bigger wind chime. However, the implication is scary. Especially because this is a big-ass fucking face. It's like it's making examples to other children who don't behave. That is a very Pokemon lore thing. It really is. Like Phantom, which is like, oh, you know, cute little fucking Phantom Pokemon that sucks out your child's soul if they get too close to it. Or Drifloon, where it's like, oh, cute little fucking purple little balloon boy. He's really cute. He pops and stuff. It's really cute. He also grabs your children and flies off with them and then drops them from very, like, large heights. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Chill out, Game Freak. So, yeah. Pokemon be weird like that. And then, you know, there's Dragapult, which literally launches its own children at people. So, literally uses its own children as ammunition. Mega Raichu X and Y. I think we already looked at these. These aren't all of them, though, I don't think. Okay, so this is Mega Raichu X. I don't dislike it. It's too yellow, though. Like, I think the fix that this person made looks much better. Like, I think this one looks so much better than this one. Personally. He's just too neon, man. Yo, what's up, Coon? How's it going? Welcome in. But he just looks too yellow. But that's X. And then I guess this one's Y. I actually really like Y, actually. I think Y looks awesome. I think Raichu Y looks really fucking cute. I'm totally cool with this one if that's actually Mega Raichu Y. Hold on. Oh, he's actually a little bit more orange. I still like him. I still like him a lot. I still think it's a really cool look. Oh, it keeps making me want to download the thing, but I'm not doing it. So I like it. If you can see it. Here, hold on. Let me move out of the way. That's the Mega Raichu Y that I think looks really cute. Okay. There's now a Mega Heatran, which, from what I remember, it just looks like bigger Heatran. Okay, never mind. Holy shit. Bro, he's got a mouth. He has got that lad has a mouth on him, bro. Jesus Christ. I don't know how I feel about Mega Heatran. He looks like a lasagna that did not sit out long enough. Yeah, it kind of looks like, yeah, I can agree with that. It kind of looks like a Skylander, which I think is not a great look, frankly. Heatran actually looks cooler now, so I guess that's where we disagree, Q. I don't think he looks terrible. He just looks weird. He looks like he has fetal alcohol syndrome and also got like show tuckered with a heat more. Yeah. It looks like he got like crossbred with a Heatmore. Which I think is a pretty sweet design, frankly, that I think is a little underappreciated. He looks like a monster from Ratchet and Clank. He looks like the Great Mighty Pooh that fell into a giant thing of lava. Yeah, he did lose some legs. But yeah, that's Heatran. I don't dislike it. I feel like it could have been better, but I don't dislike it. It's pretty mid. We are gonna come back to this one. For a very good reason. We are gonna come back to this one. Do not look it up. I want chat's reaction to be, authentic. Next is Megabax. I like Megabax Caliber. Megabax Caliber is pretty sick. I think it looks really good. I have no qualms about this. It looks like an upgrade on Bax Caliber, but it makes him look different enough. The sword got bigger, he's all shiny, he's got some cool armor. I think it's pretty neat. Now we have Mega Lucario Z. Which, I'm not gonna say this is an absolute negative. But I feel like Mega Lucario Z is them trying to appeal to furries as much as possible. This is like, very like, hey, you should make goon art of this Pokemon coded. Maybe that's just me. But, yeah, it kind of does look like Miku now that you mention it. Or it could be boy or girl, I guess. But it kind of does look like Miku. But, like, it's like the fur outfit. Like, it definitely looks like more feminine to the other Mega Lucario design, which, like, I guess was, like, the point. Because this one looks very masculine, and this one looks, like, very feminine. Maybe that's just me, but I do really feel that way. Okay. Oh my god, somebody already made the connection. That's crazy. Here, we can look at them side by side. It really does kind of look like Migu. Not pasty enough, but definitely kind of looks like Migu. I don't hate the design. I don't hate it, but I will bring up a point after we look at this last one. Okay. Mega Zorora. I mean, it's Aurora with a little bit extra in blue. Don't dislike it. And that's the last one. Outside of the, elephant in the room. Okay. If you haven't seen it, if you've seen it, don't answer. But if you had to guess what Mega Darkrai looks like, just in your mind, give me some guesses in chat as to what you think Mega Darkrai looks like. Longer legs? It's a choice. He doesn't have legs, though. You have to have a big reminder. Darkrai does not have legs. He's like a dress with arms. When searching up Pokemon, always remember to turn Safe Search on. Oh, God, you're a good point. They did Mega Darkrai Neon, but curb your enthusiasm for a minute. Yap dirty to me? Oh, anytime. Bigger spikes, more aggressive? Tard is actually getting very close. I will just say now, if you are a Darkrai stan, I apologize. I'm so sorry for you, dude. 2026 will not be your year. This is what Mega Darkrai looks like. It's this. That is Mega Darkrai. I'm not kidding. This thing is Mega Darkrai. Out of all of the things that they could have gone with, they made him obese and turned him like 90 degrees. And took his arms. It's really bad. It is honestly horrendous. And I don't know what they were thinking making this design. Like, one of the most hyped Pokemon in Pokemon, and they gave it debatably the worst Mega design I've ever seen, when they could have gone so many directions with it. And someone's like, it's absolute nightmare fuel. My brother in Christ, it is just a dark soul rock. It literally looks like a fucking soul rock. And he has a giant fucking booty hole. It's supposed to be an eyeball, I guess, but like, it looks stupid. Like, it is really bad. It is really ass. That is terrible. Why does he also have, like... I'm being hyperbolic when I say this, and I don't actually think this way, but why does it look like he has a KKK hood? Like, come on. Come on. Come on, bro. It's all squiggly here, so it's probably fine, but... It looks really bad. I get they were going for, like, an evil eye kind of thing. But, like, this is just ass. There's so many cool, like, fan creations. Like, look at this fan one. This looks so sick. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of fucking Illidan from Warcraft. Like, imagine if they went with this design. Very Countish look. But, like, still keeps that lunar dark vibe. Very vampiric feeling, like Darkrai feels like. But no, you get Beach Ball. You get Dark Beach Ball. You get inflation porn Darkrai. So, it's terrible. I think it looks like absolute ass. I'm very disappointed. But, okay. I want to talk about something, though. I would like to make a look at some of these, and make a point. So, there are some new ones, which are nice. However, why is Lucario getting a second form? Why is Raichu getting 2 mega forms? And why is Absol getting another form? When there are so many Pokemon that don't have megas. Like, I just want to know. Because there are so many really cool Pokemon that don't have Mega forms. And it's very annoying, as much as I like Mega Absol Z, that the Absol and Lucario get a second one and Raichu gets 2. I think, personally, that is stupid. Now, that might not even be all of them. Somebody posted more of them on Reddit. I think there was one that was missed. Garchomp. Didn't we already get a Mega Garchomp? I could have sworn we already got a Mega Garchomp. We did. It is this one. So, if we have a Mega Garchomp already, which already looks incredible, I might add. Hold on. I hate that it's like making me download all of the fucking things instead of just opening the fucking image. If we already got a Mega Garchomp that already looks really sick, why are we getting a second one? Yes, it looks cool. But why are we getting 2? You know? Oh, we're also getting the Robot Bunny one that also gets 2 versions, which I'm okay with. Forget what this one's called. But yeah. That is my big question and my big complaint is like Magearna. Yeah, it's Magearna. But like that's my big question and my big complaint is like you have like literally what is it like almost 1,000 Pokemon now, and there's maybe what like maybe 100, maybe 200 megas. Why are we already double dipping on megas? Like there are starters, I'm pretty sure, that don't have megas. There are pseudo legendaries, I'm pretty sure, that don't have megas. Why is Absol and Lucario and Garchomp and Raichu getting 2? And that's just like one of those things where I think it goes to show that, yeah, exactly, money. I think that just goes to show that instead of creativity, Game Freak and Pokemon, as usual, just kind of milk the fuck out of Pokemon. Nintendo, rather. What's up, Nunlol? What's a bird chirp? Chirp, chirp. You know, like a bird chirping. Beep, beep, beep. Like that. You know, birds. Mega Absol Z is arguably one of the edgiest things I've seen from Nintendo at his major OC Do Not Steal energy. I agree, but I like it. I will be honest. I do like Mega Absol Z. I like Mega Lucario Z. I do not like that they have a second one each. Same reason Gaijin only focuses on high-tier premiums. I mean, you're not wrong. It's just, look, I felt this way about Nintendo for a very long time. And I've straight up had, like, pseudo-arguments with chatters over it. I think that Nintendo, out of all of the big major game companies, cares the least about its fandom. And I stand by that opinion. I think they are the cheapest, I think they are the most money grubby, and I think they are the least effort out of its competitors. Because they realize that they could come out with a literal steaming pile of crap as a console, and it would still sell like 10 million copies. Worse than Blizzard? Yes, I think they're worse than Blizzard. Because I don't have to pay $600 extra to buy a super special half-assed console to then pay $90 more to play a half-assed Blizzard game. I can just play Blizzard shit on my PC. People argued against that. Yeah, there's some really big Nintendo fans that I don't think take criticism of Nintendo well. And don't get me wrong, I think Nintendo comes out with good stuff, but I don't think they come out with good stuff that's worth the price tag. Like, there's no reason why a Switch 2 should still have worse graphics than a PS4. Frankly. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason why Pokemon still looks like it could have come out on a PS2. It is 2025. Almost 2026. And I still personally feel like the Pixelmon era looked much better than anything they've ever put out for the 3D mons. The effort's just not there, in my humble opinion. And that's why I haven't played a Pokemon game in, I don't know, 10 years. I think the last one I played was Black and White 2, right before they switched over to the Switch. And even then, while I was playing Black and White 2 and going, this game's great, I started to feel it still, or it was like, I don't know why they get rid of certain things. Oh boy, can't wait to run an emulator for a game that can't be access lost. Wait, can't be access lawsuit? What do you mean, Bunky? I mean, they're also, yes, they are very, like, overprotective of things because they know, like, for example, Pal World. The reason that Nintendo sued the fuck out of Pal World, unlike every other gaming studio not doing something like that, is because they know that Pokemon is their cash cow and that they can half-ass it and still pull in a ton of money. So if they have any kind of competition, that makes them put more money into it, and they don't want to do that, despite it being the most, like, highest grossing, you know, IP in the world. It's embarrassing, really. It's really embarrassing. Like, Pokemon trademarked the ability to catch a creature in a ball. That's ridiculous. Because they realize that they're too lazy to make their games good, and they don't want to have to make them good. And we know Game Freak makes good games. We know it's Nintendo, not Game Freak. Because Game Freak came out with whatever it was, that one game in the past year, that looked incredible, and apparently was incredible. There's no reason why a Switch should cost the same as a PS5. I entirely agree. It's giving insecurity. I mean, they are insecure. They have a fan base that is extremely dedicated, and they're going to try their hardest to keep them as long as they can. Because, look, if we're going to be honest, look, there's like only 5 games or so that people buy a Nintendo Switch for. Let's be entirely honest. Or a Nintendo console, period. It is either Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, and some kind of Mario game. That is it. That is it. Maybe once in a blue moon they'll come out with like a good Donkey Kong or a Metroid. But like 99 out of 100 people are going for Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Legend of Zelda, and Animal Crossing. Not even Mario shit. Super Smash, maybe. I count that under Mario. I do. Same thing with the Mario sports games. Because it's just them rehashing IPs all over again. So, like, yeah, Nintendo's got like 6 series that are extremely popular. But every other game that has ever been released on the Switch has been a one and done or nobody buys. Just straight up. It's one of those like 5 or 6 IPs, which I think is frankly ridiculous. And why I don't spend $500 on it, because me personally, if I buy a Switch, I'm playing Pokemon, Fire Emblem, and Animal Crossing, and it's not worth it to buy $600 console that breaks on its controllers for 4 series of games. It's not worth it, especially when Pokemon's half-assed. Animal Crossing, while fun, doesn't really change, and Fire Emblem also doesn't really change. It's just not worth it. The only thing that, like, honestly I feel like is worth it, spending that much on a console, are the Legend of Zelda games, and I'm not doing it for one RPG. So. But yeah. That's my thought on it. On that, at least. I don't like Nintendo, despite being a huge Pokemon fan. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. You're more than free to disagree, by the way. And at the end of the day, it is a harmless opinion. And if you bought a Switch and you're like, oh my god, I fucking love my Switch, I'm very happy for you. I'm not gonna like put you down for it. I personally just feel like it's really not worth it, personally. But But then again, I feel the same way about, an Xbox. So I think Xbox is just slightly better. Because Disney is the Nintendo when it comes to trademarking things. Disney's tried to trademark the Day of the Dead, a holiday. That's insane. If I want to play an Animal Crossing game, I'll break out my DS. And that's what it is at the end of the day. Like, a lot of these games and the way they play has changed so little in the past, 5-10 years, that if I get an itch to play Pokemon, I'm just going to go play Pokemon White or Soul Silver on my DS. Sure, I miss out on some of the new Pokemon or a couple of new mechanics, but the core of the game is the exact same. And frankly, I play for nostalgia anyway, so, I'm gonna play the most nostalgic of them all, which is Soul Silver or Heart Gold, you know what I mean? Or Ruby. Because if I'm being honest, in my opinion, the best games that have come out of Pokemon have been in the DS, 3DS era. And that's between Heart Gold, Mega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and then the Black and White series. So, I mean, if you got those, you really don't need anything else. So, you can buy lots of Legos with $500, depending on if the series is scalped or not, yeah. Really? You like that Explorer, the Mystery Dungeon game that much? That's the one I didn't get to play. I did hear that one was really good. I wonder if the Switch 2 gets slow and sticky if you don't use it for a month, like previously with the first. My biggest fear about the first, I've heard more horror stories about Nintendo bullying the Pokemon fandom than any other game company with one of its communities. I don't know. Hi, Medic. Welcome in, by the way. I don't know if they actively bully them. It's more like they just don't care. It's not active abuse, think of a relationship. It's not like they're punching the wife that is their fandom. It's more like they come home, they have 3 kids after work, they crack a beer, go sit on the lazy boy for 6 hours, and then go to bed and don't do a lick of shit. You know what I mean? They just don't care. They just really don't care. They don't care what's going on in the house. They don't care what the kids are doing. They don't care about helping with dinner. It's just, I came home, I'm having a beer, I'm watching my show, I'm going to bed. I don't care about anybody, anything. You know what I mean? Because they know that at the end of the day, their metaphorical wife, that is their fandom, is going to continue to, prop it up. You know what I mean? So. But yeah. What was the point I was making for? Oh, right. My other thing with the Switch 2, which at least in my opinion seems a little bit better, I saw the dock for the Switch 1, and I was like, that is giant screen scratches just waiting to happen. And I remember talking to a friend of a friend at the time saying that, and they were like, no, you see, they owned it, and they were like, no, you see, it's actually really high quality. It's, really, really good. And then all of these reports come out about people, scratching the screen of the Switch on the edges and corners of that fucking dock, and the fact that it's made out of, thin-ass, cheap-ass China plastic that makes up, McDonald's toys, and you're just you paid $500 for a dock and charging station that you probably could have just 3D printed, if we're being honest. It's bad, man. Switch 1 was probably the least worth console I've ever seen come out of Nintendo. And I can't believe it was as popular as it was. I ended up epoxying a piece of leather to my dock. Exactly. I would be so scared of scratching the screen. I'm sad about how overpriced the sets are now, even smaller battle packs. Man, wait till you look at Pokemon. Pokemon's bad, man. There is one place in my city where I can get any Pokemon product, just anything, at MSRP. Even GameStop is upcharging now. It's bad. It sucks. There's 4 independently owned and run game stores, hobby shops for Pokemon in Memphis, and 3 out of the 4 scalp the fuck out of their product. It's so lame. There's like one too that does this really annoying thing where it's like, if you're one of the first 10 people in the door, instead of paying $200 for an ETB, you could pay $80. And it's like, I'm still getting scalped for double the price. Like, why would I do that? That's so dumb. And people do it. And people do it. It blows my mind, man. It's like people just consume blindly, and I think that I think that maybe Uncle Ted might have had a point there a little bit. I see a scalper that's a Pokemon machine in my grocery store every day, and every day it's empty. The light leaves his eyes. That's so lame. That's so lame. Buy all the UCS ATSTs, 2 whole carts filled. Well, see, that's the thing is, like, I talked about earlier. Those, Fallout sodas. I bet you $50. There's some idiot somewhere that walked into a Costco, bought all of them, and is like, I'm gonna resell these for a higher price, and nobody's gonna fucking buy them. Because they did that with the first release of them, if y'all don't remember that. Jones came out with their, like Fallout brand sodas, and before they mass produced them in Costco, they like put out 6-packs in like Walmart and Target, and you literally could not buy them. Dropping it on the Uncle Ted part is wild. It's nuts, yeah. We're talking about overconsumption, like blind consumption of like people and hobbies. Of the COVID toilet paper orders, yeah, that's another example. Don't bet $50. That's like 1 bottle now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. I know for a fact that, like, the apocalypse is gonna hit. See, this is something I say all the time to my friends who are also Pokemon collectors when we, like, bitch and complain about scalpers. And I'm like, look, shit's in shambles right now. Shit might be economically exploded in 6 months. And all I gotta say is, you can't trade a Mega Charizard EX for bread in the post-apocalypse. Like, it's not happening. So all of these hoarders are gonna have their 15 copies of Mega Charizard EX that's worth $200 now, and they're gonna be like, excuse me, could I get like 3 slices of bread for this? And pull out all 12 of them, and every single person's gonna be like, no, you fucking idiot, that's just shiny cardboard. Like... See ya, Eric. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Hope to see you back on Friday and hope things get better. But yeah. Ugh. Scalping has ruined a lot of stuff, man. I wish they had just stuck to sneakers. Sneakers and, like, Kanye, like, fit drops that nobody cared about. Look at it and be like, I can't eat it, I can't pay for shit with it, I don't want it. Exactly, it'll be literally garbage. And that's not even if we have like a Great Depression kind of thing. That's just if the economy goes to ass. The first thing people are going to be offloading is Pokemon card collections. And it literally is about 40 for 4 bottles. That's crazy. It is $20 for a crate of 20 sodas at Costco right now. You have a hobby, too bad scalpers ruin it, and also the company sees sales and the increase in prices. Yep, they sure do. Look at NVIDIA. Look at graphics cards. Yes, sir. Remember when, what was it? A 1080 Ti, which was like, and like remember when 1080 Ti's were the thing? And they were like $500, and now like a 5090 is like $3,000. AT! We're discussing a lot of different stuff right now. We're talking about blind consumerism and scalpers just kind of ruining hobbies. Joke's on you, the post-apocalypse currency will be Pokemon. I mean, maybe it is. Lucky for me, my hobby doesn't have scalping yet. I swear, like, 5 years from now, there's gonna be, like, some, like, the freaks are gonna move on to a different one, and they're gonna be like, Oh yeah, you know, I got these like limited edition like knitting needles. They're like bedazzled and they're like the Betty Crocker like limited edition. $4,000. I bought them for $10, $4,000. Putting them up on eBay next week. Like that's gonna be like their end goal for scalping. Use your curse on the scalpers. I've tried, man. Unhinged capitalism is one of the few things I can't wreck with just spells, sadly. It's too inherent to humanity, I guess. Is the gem so I'm safe from scalpers? Unfortunately, New Year's coming up. Uh-oh. The problem is, Argon, is that I'm assuming you don't have a gym membership. I feel like the scalpers of the gym hobby are the gyms themselves. They scalped Lego already. It sucks. They sure did. The next thing was NFTs. Yeah, it really went from like Yeezy shoes to NFTs. Okay, I got the debate question. What do you think is worse, scalpers or drop shippers? What are drop shippers? Is that like MLM? Good thing you can't scalp a library book. No, but you can like a Game of Thrones book. Yeah, get ready for that. Winds of Winter ever gets out, get ready, dude. People are gonna start buying like 300 copies of Winds of Winter. There's Lego scalpers. There are a lot, but it's dependent on the series. I think a lot of the Lego scalpers are like Star Wars Legos, if I'm not mistaken. Luckily, my hobby is Gunpla. It's not scalped too much. See, the thing is like, mine is Zoids, and because Zoids always has limited drops, it is constantly getting scalped. Oh, I see, Bunky. Nah, I still think scalpers are worse. Drop shippers fucking suck, but I do think that, I do think scalpers are worse. Because, like, a drop shipper will buy things for, like, $1 per unit from, like, Alibaba and then sell it for, like, $4 per unit. Meanwhile, a scalper will buy a Pokemon card pack for $5 and try to sell it for $200. I would say the tier list is unironically, like, MLMers, scalpers, drop shippers. That would be my tier list of how much I hate them more. Like, the most. They scalp all the box sets and book releases in Warhammer. Whenever the Horus Heresy book series is about to end, they brought out this beautiful box set. Sold out in 2 minutes, and Games Workshop shut that shit down so fast. I don't know why they don't just have, like, a ticket system. Look, I know that, like, people in America are gonna hate it because independence. But, like, I really do think with stuff like that, they should pull, like, the China-Japan route, and you have to sign up with your social security number. I really do feel that way. Or, like, your driver's license number or something, if we want to go a little bit less serious. Let's see you fake, like, 15 driver's licenses. It's not happening. You can get your mom and your dad and, like, maybe a couple of your friends so you can scalp, like, 3 or 4 extra. But you're not gonna be able to get a bot that scalps 20, and that's all that matters. Is finding something so niche it might be discontinued? Yeah, like Beyblades. Ain't nobody scalping Beyblades. That is really funny, Q. Lego Star Wars is most popular for Lego, so they increase the price. Scalpers see the popularity sweep in, buy all the stock, and just sit on them for a year. Yeah, they sure do. I remember, Bunky, I was watching a guy who did, like, it was way on back, like, early TikTok. And there was a guy that did unboxings for random Lego figurines, like the minifigs. And, dude, he would pull out, like, a Commander Cody from, like, one of the original sets, which is only, like, 6 or 7 years ago. And it'd be worth like $400. A Lego minifig that they made like thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of. That frankly looks like ass compared to the new one. And it's worth like $200. And he's like, oh, that's a big find. And it would be like The same thing for Star Wars, where it's like, whoa, a Glub Shitto, that's $40. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. That is insanity. Like, I don't mind that he does it. I just mind that they're worth that much. Because it's so not worth it, man. The Beanie Baby craze was like a canary in the mine. And nobody saw it coming. That and those, like, shitty collector's coins. You know how upset I was? Okay, so unironically, when I was a kid, I got bequeathed from a distant family member their, like, valuable coin collection. And I was like, whoa, valuable coins? That's so cool. I'm gonna get, like, denarius or, like, Macedonian coins or, like, something from Persia or Egypt. And then you get it and it's, like, old American silver half dollars that weren't actually even in circulation and are worth like $2 a piece. And you're like, oh, it's like literal trash. And the people around me acted like it was a big deal. It's like, whoa, it's so cool. They could be worth a lot of money. And I'm like, there's like 3,000 coins in here and it's worth like $100. Like, this is like somebody giving me their Pokemon bulk. Like, actually. Thank you for the lurk, Benjamin. I'll happily take your organs. $2,000. That's crazy, man. American history is history, too. I agree, Zosimus. Okay, so I'm gonna take, it's that time, I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break. I'm gonna give me some water. I'm gonna drink some more Gamer Sups. By the way, you should totally check them out. They gave me a free care package with their new, really cool, shaker cup. It's like pixel. It looks like Guts, in my opinion. But it's got like a dragon, and it's pixelated, and it's got like a swordsman and stuff on it. As well as like the new, Papa Meat flavor. Well, I guess it's not new. He's actually kind of older, but, the raw meat flavor is really good. It's like watermelon cantaloupe. Really good. And they also gave me a free, Vienna card from the Plowed and Proud set, and oh my god, bro, those titties are fucking massive. Holy shit, bro. I've seen footage of the Zeppelin exploding and burning down. Hers are somehow bigger, dude. She's got 2 massive Graf Zeppelins on the front of her fucking chest, and they could hold a whole, like, 200 to 300 very rich American/Germans on it. Like, that's all I'm saying, man. They're massive. Anyway, I'll be back in 5. I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad break so you guys don't get any ads while we chat away. And I have some more topics for us when we get back that are history related. So be ready, and I'll see you in just a minute, okay? said, I was gonna talk about some fun history stuff. I've been watching a lot of history videos on YouTube while at work, as you do. And I thought that one that was very interesting was something I didn't know about, despite studying it a lot in my undergrad, was the European revolutions of 1848. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of those before. They're really cool, but essentially a lot of historians call it the largest turning point in history that never turned. Yes, it was the Epic History TV one. Perpies caught me right on the fucking money. But yeah, they have really good videos. If you've never checked out Epic History TV, check them out on YouTube. All of their stuff is incredible. That's why I'm in a bit of a big Napoleonic kick. But it's really good. And I think it's very accurate, having looked into it a little bit further myself. Because I studied a lot of the rise. I did a big study on the rise of nationalism before it became, kind of a bad thing, in the early 1900s. And in 1848, it was kind of the big first breath of this, where you had sweeping national revolutions across Europe, because of the telegram and the telegraph. Or maybe I was just thinking of the telegraph. But essentially what happened was that, as things happen, it happened in France again, a couple years after Napoleon, and it set off a chain reaction in Europe of people wanting to, form a democracy and a republic. And in a lot of places it happened. In many areas in Europe, like Italy, Germany, France, Spain, stuff like that. Yeah, their line was, when France sneezes, Europe catches a cold. But the problem is that each of these states formed a republic for like a year maybe. And then the Austro-Hungarian Empire, for example, and the Prussian Empire and the Russian Empire in Eastern Europe swept through and violently crushed all of them except for France's, and essentially completely reversed it. Which is sad, frankly. It's really sad. Because all these people were looking for independence and, representation of, what they considered their nationality and their ethnicity, and were very violently crushed. It was pre-Germanic unification wars, right? Correct. So, they got a lot of Germany, but they didn't get all of it. And in the push to get it all unified, these last empires that were still barely clinging on essentially came through and crushed the last of it. So yeah, it was pretty sad. And I don't mean there was a small couple rebellions. It was large swaths of these countries deformed republics and democratic systems, only for monarchists to come in and just absolutely butcher people. But yeah, it was crazy. And I was like, wow, I've never heard of these before, because I knew that a lot of, nationality and nationalist movements grew right before World War I and were cemented thanks to World War I. So yeah, very interesting time period, the Napoleonic and post-Napoleonic era. You should definitely check it out. I forget what British general there was, but there was a British general that surrendered to both George Washington and Napoleon, which is just kind of crazy. Wasn't it different for Spain in the sense of Napoleon decided to replace the monarchy despite what they wanted? Yeah, he did, and he replaced it with his brother, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, very, very interesting period from 1830 to 19, honestly, if you want to count World War II, up until 1940, 1950. It's a very crazy time period for Europe. Very, very crazy. Was it Cornwallis? Maybe? I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember the name. All I know is that there was a British general that surrendered to both, which felt very poetic. Hold on. Ugh, excuse me. Quick, unrelated question. What are chirps, and are they in a bag? Chirps are the noises I make to you to display affection and interest. Now I want to play Total War Napoleon. That is one of the ones I really need to play. I really want to play Total War Napoleon, and the one in Meiji era Japan I think would be really cool. Was it really General Charles O'Hara surrendered at Yorktown alongside Cornwallis and Napoleon at Toulon? That's crazy. That's funny. Ow. See ya, Frog. Thanks for hanging out, hon. Hope to see you back on Friday. Shogun 2 is my favorite. That's the one with guns, right? Ow. Because I really do want to play, like, Meiji era during guns and stuff. That seems like it'd be a lot of fun. Like, early firearms. I did not see the announcement trailer for Total War Medieval 3. Really? Alright, well, we're gonna check that out real quick. I gotta look that up now. New Total War games means I have to be interested. Hell yeah, dude. I just know the graphics are going to be so good if Total War Warhammer 3 is anything to go off of. That's kind of what I've been wanting, if I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong, I really like Total War Warhammer 3, but I have been hoping for the longest time to finally get another history one. Which I know they said, like, a good one. Pharaoh was sadly ass. And you can't convince me about it. I know it was booty. Alright. Let's check it out. Very short.
We rule by divine right. And yet our realm is far from holy.
The armies we command paint red the map.
Why fight when hearts and minds are easily swayed?
The realm is ours only when our enemies lie dead.
Patience and time will beget our gain.
We are stability.
Dignity.
And authority.
We bear the weight of pain.
End of defeat.
Greatness shall ever define us.
And we shall never
Be forgotten.
Forgotten.
So,
How will you
Shape
Your realm.
How will
you
Make history.
Make
history.
I will be the most inbred 10-year-old ever conceived. And I will create vast and terrible policies that will absolutely ruin my kingdom for generations. And I will have the name.
Damn! He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
And I will have the name. I will be known throughout history as Midgetus the Abominable. That will be my title. That will be my title. Yo! Obamna, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Zosie. Holy shit, dude. Thank you so much. Cornwallis plays a real weird role in my family's mythos. On one hand, he got smacked down at Yorktown by the ancestors of my fellow Americans. On the other hand, he wreaked havoc on my Indian ancestors. No, that makes a lot of sense. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Zosie. That's some really cool personal history. Like the opposite of Charles the 12th. Your brother's brother is your grandpa? What are you talking about? My brother is my father. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna make history, baby.
Make history.
Alright. Wow, cool. Where is my gameplay trailer? Do they even have a gameplay trailer? Is this just an announcement? Okay, that looks like that. That guy is just yapping about nothing for 45 minutes. Oh, okay, well, hold on. Here's another Warhammer 3 trailer I want to check out. Because I think this bitch is Nagash, and if that's Nagash, we're going to have to play some Total War Warhammer 3. I see Nagash! It's blue! Yo! Why is it in French?
Rise, my mortarks. You will come to me.
Hold on. Did Games Workshop just announce a gay vampire? Look at this guy, dude. We have our first gay vampire. I'm so happy that Games Workshop decided to finally let the LGBT flag fly. That is so sick, dude. Because I'm telling you right now, that guy is sucking on that dude's neck like how I sucked on your mother's neck last night. Ayo! Anyway. And that guy's got no nose. Oh, shit.
Does not serve. Citra rules. So be it. I am death incarnate.
He just Mr. Manhattan the fuck out of Citra! He just Dr. Manhattan the fuck out of him, dude! No! Cetra, yeah. Literally, it's so sad that Cetra died of Ligma. Ligma balls!
This world will need.
Yo! That looks so sick! When's the release date? Brandon! Ow. Oh shit! That man's eyelid's moving! Summer 2026, dude. We're gonna have to play the fuck out of this. I love Nagash! He's such a bastard and it's so funny. Might I say it? Might I say it? I feel like Nagash is a more Egyptian, undead, evil necro Eonosser. And I love that about him. He's just such an asshole. It's so great. It's my favorite. He's a great Egyptian role model. Undead. A lich. Awesome power. Godlike. A giant absolute douchebag. What's not to love? But yeah, that looks sick. I'm very hyped for that. I'm sad that it's gonna be in such a long time from now, but that'll be really sick. Cetra does not die. Apparently not. Dude definitely got Miss Dr. Manhattan, though. You just have Arcan the Black off the corner like, no! Just kidding. Arcan the Black would love that shit. Ow. If there's one thing GW is good for, it's cinematics. I mean, I'm sure the DLC, despite being probably overpriced, probably will still be pretty good. I'm very excited, though. We're going to play the fuck out of that when that hits. It's not going to be for another 6 months, sadly. But that ought to be really cool. Spooky Skeleton Man. Thank you for the lurk, Tactical. Happily take your organs. Wait, why'd you lurk and then throw the chair? Boo. But I'm excited. That'll be really, 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 really cool. So yeah. Big excited. We'll have to play that. So now we've got... Wait, did they announce the date for Medieval 3? I don't think they did. Hold on. I don't think they did. Yeah, not even a release date set. So it's probably not going to be for like 2 years, if we're being honest. Will still be before, you know, the next Fallout game. Shit, maybe even before the next Elder Scrolls. Still blows my mind that, like, Bethesda was like, yeah, we're gonna come up with a great, amazing TV show for one of our IPs that is based on a video game, and then we're not gonna actually, you know, make a game to come out with a great show, you know? Total War Elder Scrolls at the Game Awards, that could actually be incredible. It'll never happen, but it could be incredible. That would actually be really sick, and I think that would sell like hotcakes, for being honest. If you got a world map of Cyrodiil, oh my god, that would be incredible. I want Total War Star Wars. How would that work? The problem is you can't do it too gun heavy. Speaking of which, did you watch the premiere, and if so, how was it? I didn't watch the Game Awards at all. Something on my list, though, to talk about is that I did see a lot about the Streamer Awards, and I think the drama's kind of ridiculous, but there's drama every year, so. Oh, the Game Awards are tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna watch it. I never watch Game Awards. I'm just not interested. Ow. I want another Star Wars fleet battle game. I want a Halo fleet battle game. I would really love a Halo one. But yeah, about the Streamer Awards, I don't think I ever really talked about it. But like, every year, dude, the Streamer Awards drama is so fucking lame. And of course, it made its way into the VTuber community this year. And frankly, I think anyone upset that Burnt Peanut won VTuber of the year needs to find employment. Like, straight up. Like, I get being upset, but some people are obsessively upset about it. And it's honestly ridiculous. The backlash has been embarrassing, to say the least. Like, people in the same breath will be like, I don't care about the Streamer Awards, but also, fuck that guy. I'm gonna dedicate 6 hours of my life complaining about him. Keep pouring gasoline on it for no reason. Exactly. Which is sad, because you have the VTubers that were, like, nominated and Burnt Peanut both being cordial as hell, and then both, like, of the fan bases are just being, like, absolute jackasses, frankly. It's so cringe. And then there's people, like, shitting on Iron Mouse, like, you're being a cuck. You're being a cuck soy boy. Because, like, you won't absolutely flip out over what are very obvious bits that I'm too socially inept to understand. And it's just like, oh my fucking god. Like, this is so embarrassing. Like, you're really shitting on the nicest person, the most influential person in VTubing, because they're not throwing a tantrum over, quite literally an imaginary award. Meets criteria VTuber, gets VTuber of year, people get angry for some reason. But Bunky! But he said he's not a VTuber. Ignore the fact that he says it as a joke because he says he's a P-tuber because he's a peanut. People are just dumb, man. It's so dumb. It is the dumbest drama. And that's the thing is, like, people are like, well, it's ruining the good name of VTubing. My brother in Christ, you throwing a drama-filled fit about it is ruining the name of VTubing. The reason that nobody likes VTubing is because it's full of drama. Like, that is why. Honestly, all of the big stink fits right into Burt Peanut's whole bit. Burt Peanut has been nothing but nice. Like, people are like he hates VTubers. Meanwhile, he responds to Iron Mouse saying so much he loved her concert and stuff like that, despite her getting flack for it when she didn't deserve it by other streamers that are frankly more problematic. Saw a horrible comment on Mouse's reaction someone made, which was just, if you didn't have a medical problem, you'd be mediocre level VTuber. That is so dog shit. And I know for a fact that there's a lot of people in the quote-unquote VTubing community that probably, like, agreed with that sentiment. Because a lot of the people complaining about it are, like, the people that are, like, look, I don't mean to classify people, but I honestly feel like the Corpo fans are some of the worst about this kind of stuff. Where they talk about, like, the industry and stuff like that, and the respect and the name brand and the re-normies in the community. And, like, it's like the Niji Sanji Hololive people almost every time, because I can't see an indie fan pulling any kind of that disrespect towards Iron Mouse. That is crazy. Yes, I know technically she was in VShojo, but if we're being honest, VShojo was a corporation of indies. Hey, Fire Rescue Guy, what's up? I like Peanut, but he is honestly a lightning rod for normies, which draws them away from VTubing. Honestly, just a net positive all around. I mean, like, the thing is like, people that say re-normies about VTubing, I really question your interest in tastes. I do agree that gatekeeping is required to some very small degree, but to be like, normal people are liking my niche thing is really weird. Like, I really do feel that way. There's an industry? No, but people want to act like there is. Honestly, Peanut and Mousy deserve to be up on that pedestal. Peanut just ended up being slightly more popular. I agree. I think the other thing that annoyed me was also that, like, there were some very popular big VTubers that were upset they didn't get nominated. And it's like, brother, like, sister. It is such a meaningless award, it's not even funny. I get wanting recognition for your accomplishments, but, like, it's such a non-issue to be upset about. If that is what breaks your mental, you do not have the mental for it, frankly. I mean, and the reality of it is, you can't do a streamer awards or an awards for popularity thing without it being controversial, period. You literally can't. You do it by the fan vote, the most popular are gonna win. You do it by a panel vote, there's too many people to pick from, and somebody's gonna get left out. Like, that's just how it is. It's more for making deals with brands. The problem is, Vic, I can totally see what you mean. But the people that are big enough to get nominated for Streamer of the Year like this, like, they're big enough already that they're making, like, at least tens of thousands of dollars a month off of streaming. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you already are rich off of, frankly, rich, and I mean rich, off of streaming. You are incredibly successful. You are in all of the cliques. Everybody likes you and invites you to everything, and you're upset that you didn't get an extra little tiny gold star by your name. It's stupid. It is very stupid, in my opinion. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I think it's lame as hell, and I think there's some people that got way too wrapped up in the fact that, oh, he's not a real VTuber, quote unquote, which is just really insulting to the small indie VTubers. Awards for streaming seems more like trying to drain the ocean with a spoon. I think I get your analogy. I would say more like sift for the right sand, like pieces of sand in with a sifter in the ocean. Because, like, you're going to get the bigger clumps of sand, but there's, like, so much talent and so many people that are creators that you're just going to miss millions upon millions of things that do deserve some kind of recognition, you know? Realistically. I think a lot of the bungalators are really toxic too, which is not cool. Can't really know statistically if it's minority or not. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't call those people bungalators. I'm not a part of Peanut's community. I'm not a bungalator myself. I like his clips. I think he's really funny. I think he deserved the award. I count him as a VTuber, and I think, frankly, he has made me laugh more than most VTubers. I hate to admit that, but he has. He's very entertaining. Might not be for some people. I totally get the loud and screams equals funny thing, but I think it's funny. I think he's got a lot of creative stuff. But I think the reality of it is, bungalators are the name of his community, T-Pose. Those are the name of his community members. See, like, he literally even has a community member name like VTubers do. But I think the reality of it is that he blew up on FPSs, and I think a lot of the FPS Twitch community is toxic as shit. And they'll move on from him within 6 months. In my opinion, he'll go from the 50K he's at now back to like probably a modest, quote unquote modest, 10,000. And a lot of those people will be more chilled out. The reality of it is, as we've seen from my last Tarkov stream, that FPS, like, fans, especially the ones that are on Twitch, are extremely toxic. And I think that they utilize popular FPS streamers' popularity to bludgeon smaller creators. Yeah, we are talking about Peanut Cursed. What's up? How you doing? But yeah. I'm gonna give me some water real quick. My throat's a bit dry. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. I think it just shows a lot of immaturity, which has always been one of my main gripes with the VTubing community. It's just a lot of immaturity and ignorance. I think there's a lot of people that get popular in the VTubing community that do not act mature in any way, shape, or form. And a Mexican pizza? Ooh, like the ones from Taco Bell? Yo, thank you for the follow, Titanic. Welcome into the cult. Yeah, all in the community should have acted better, even though, like you said, there's no value to it. In some in attendance were poor sports. Oh, I entirely agree. Don't get me wrong. I'm just surprised people are focusing on Peanut when there were people that, like streamers, that acted way shittier towards the VTubing community. And that's why I think the, like, whole criticism of Peanut falls short. Because there were so many people to complain about at the Streamer Awards. Especially those couple of streamers that shit on Iron Mouse's performance, which was great. Those people should be getting some hate. Instead, you're hating on the Burt Peanut, who just literally won the award and made one or two jokes that a lot of people seemingly didn't understand. Red Baron Pizza got it on a whim, and it's amazing. Red Baron is usually pretty good. I'm a Red Baron fan. I usually make my own, but it is pretty good. The jokes were so forced and terrible. Yeah, honestly, see, I feel like only the VTubers are focusing on the burnt peanut thing also, because in general, just like a lot of people are hating just on the Streamer Awards, period. I used to like Jinxie, but his reaction felt so performative. That is one of the people I was talking about, because I felt the same way. I used to really like his, like, content, and then I saw that clip, and I was like, that is really icky. Like, mobile Twitch is a bitch to sign into, so I'm just here now. All good, dude. I completely agree. The Twitch mobile app is awful. I agree, Q. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. Or the announcer of the awards. You can tell the enthusiasm was there. Yeah. I think a lot of people do also have to remember that it is an amateur award. Like, despite like the effort and the money that goes into it, it is very amateurish. It's not backed by a company, it's run by a streamer, which makes the outrage, in my opinion, even more ridiculous. It's not like it's the Twitch awards. It's the streamer awards done by a streamer. Like, that's like getting upset that like a creator clash fight wasn't like absolutely completely refereed fairly. No fucking shit. It's fucking creator clash. You know what I mean? Only way I watch is mobile? That's crazy. Hey, Muai, welcome in. Hara, your bird head shoulder piece is the hardest part of modeling the VRC model. Oh, I bet. Wait, you're making me a VRC model? Really? Yo, thank you for the follow, Astro Live CH. Welcome into the cult. How you doing? I actually have an event, I think. I don't know how close you are on it. No rush. If you aren't able to get it done, it's totally cool. But I think it's like next week. I actually have a VR chat thing I'm attending, and I would love to have it. VR chat, Bunky. I am doing well. Thank you, Astra. I'm happy to have you in here. Welcome into the cult, buddy. Just letting you know now, I will be cursing you, so get ready. Prepare yourself, mortal, for I'm about to give you a curse beyond curses. Something that will inflict so much pain, so much torment, yet will eventually result in amazing rewards, or awards, either one. The answer is I'm turning you into a thumb from Spy Kids.
She is worse than Greek. She is, may a tomb forgive me for even uttering this word, Roman.
Ew. Look, you might be a thumb, but at least you're not fucking Roman. Ugh. Disgusting. Smell like fermented pee and garum. Oh man, not a thumb. Hey, look, there's a lot of women that are really into thumbs. You'd be surprised, man. Hey, Crimson, what's up, dude? Yes, you know, if you're late, you'll be taking 10 lashes for every hour that you were late, and you're 2.5 hours late. So, 25 lashes. Hey, Odd Bob, what's up? But you like the thumbs from Spy Kids in a haha, look at that thing kind of way. Hey, Fridge. If you're wondering why my laptop charger died back in April, oh shit. I had that problem a lot as a kid. I would lay in bed with, I would lay in bed with my laptop, and watch movies before going to bed, and it would sit unevenly on, my bed, and it would, like, mess up the charging jack, and I broke, like, legitimately 2 laptops doing that. My parents were pissed, dude. My parents were pissed. I don't blame them. I would have been pissed, too. I get breaking it once, but how do you do it twice? Movies? No, it literally was movies. I'm not kidding. I would also play, God, I can't remember the name of it anymore. It's been so long. There was like a really shitty like browser MMO I used to play too. That was a part of it. Really? They're adding stuff to the hangar? That's cool. I have all the parts, just the crown, a bit of the hair, and the shoulder pieces that need to be custom. Yeah, I was about to say, like, luckily for VR chat stuff, it's pretty easy to make your own, like, assets and stuff. If it's not ready, though, I was just gonna do, like, a Ugandan Knuckles model and paint it orange. Honestly, if somebody also wants to make a Ugandan Knuckles VR chat model, I would love you forever. Like, wearing my outfit. I would love that forever. I would use that so much. You would not even understand. I have never played VR chat before, but if I got that, I would start playing it tomorrow. Do you know the way? I have the Pharaoh's Curse. My friends hated that meme, and I still love it. It was so funny. If you want that, if you can do it by next week, I would love you forever, Moo. Honestly, it was my absolute favorite. I will chase other VTubers I do not know going, whip, whip. Don't test me, I'll do it. I will absolutely do it. Ugh. Have you ever heard of the Cartoon Network MMO, Maldark Destroyer of Worlds? I have not, Hugh, but that sounds wild. There was this one side-scroller browser MMO. So, I'll admit, I finally remembered what the MMO was. Does anyone remember Trickstar? Anyone remember Trickstar? I spent a lot of time on Mabinogi and Trickstar when I was younger. A lot of time. Way too much time. The intro music of Trickstar was a banger, by the way. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, baby! Hold on. What is the menu? Hold on. I don't remember, like, what the... Oh, the law. Is this it? This is it. This is it. It starts sounding out like that one song from Shrek. You know what I'm talking about? The one where he's, like, really sad. I think it's, like, Shrek 2. But it turns into a banger. I do remember Metabots. It's about to go hard. Absolute banger. But yeah, it's a jazzy banger, dude. It does slap. This shit lived in my brain rent-free for like a decade. Oh, hold on. I just realized I should probably mute the background music so you guys can hear it better. Here you go. But yeah, that's it. It's a pretty big banger. It's just kind of on loop after that. It's very short, but it's a banger. The Trickstar, it's actually called Trickster. That's right. It's just called Trickster. Absolute banger though. Hold on. Music box song Shrek. I've got to remember that song from Shrek now. Oh, it's I Need Some Sleep. This one's also a banger. This one's actually a banger that I forgot was in Shrek. It's by Eels. Eels. Ooh, Pop Tropica. That's a blow from the past. He does need some sleep. Really? A new Metabots game? Okay, that sounds pretty sick. I'm gonna have to check that out. I remember Cartoon Network Fusion Fall. I remember the ads for it. I never played it. Can we just talk, though, about how, like, absolutely cracked, like, all three Shrek soundtracks are? They do not deserve to be as good as they are, honestly. Fusion Fall was definitely a time. Was it really that popular? Like, I remember, like, Toontown and Wizards 101 being a thing when I was a kid, which I would always play until you got to the paid portion, and then I would just restart. I was too broke. Is that Shrek's face? What is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. Good Lord. I'm afraid it got auto-moderated, but that's crazy. Yes, that was Shrek's face. I find myself even enjoying some of the versions in Shrek more than the original song, which is kind of crazy. Okay, I have one more song for you guys because I found it recently and I want you guys to listen to it. It's a Japanese city pop, so I know you guys are going to like it. Who the fuck doesn't like Japanese city pop? And it's called Ride on Time. Not Right on Time, Ride on Time. And it is a banger. I gotta listen to this shit while drifting in a game or something. Right on time. The harmonizing is so good. Right on time. Well, welcome back to the Discord, Moo. I hope you enjoy your stay, friend. That specific harmony beginning was for a Maxwell cassette ad and is not really. Interesting. Also, Tatsuro Yamashita's not on any streaming service. So, okay, it's actually on Spotify. You can find it on Spotify. A guy named Bob the Duck uploaded it illegally. So, you might want to grab it and add it to a playlist before it disappears. This exact song. Right on time. Right on day. Oh, right on time. Oh, what a banger. I want to use this song for a teaser video. I am way ahead of you, dude. I mean, I've used pre-mades with most of you. If you can't get it done in a week, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Mine's gonna be cooler. Doubtful nerd. Imagine that you could be cooler than me. But yeah, absolute banger. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I speed on the interstate to this song. Absolutely. I found a new genre of music I never knew I needed in my life. Oh, Japanese city pop? Yeah, enjoy yourself, friend. Look up 56709, another banger. Six, seven, 9/11. Yeah, very funny. Did you guys know George Bush did 6/7? Brandon!
Spring cleaning.
I think you missed. She's been infected with the brain rot. Brother, I've been shit posting since you were shitting in diapers. I have been shit posting since you were still shitting in diapers. Which was like last week, but, you know, I'm not going to judge. Something about 6'7" is profoundly unfunny to me. I don't find it very funny either. But hey, I'm sure there's a lot of things that I found absolutely hilarious that boomers were like, I hate my life hearing it. So, I must be an 18-year-old in 2003 the way I'm singing up to Die for Bush. Wait, what? Singing up? Oh, signing. That makes more sense. that makes more sense. I was like singing up. What did you join? Like a barber shop quartet? All right. So I've got another thing I want to talk about. Do y'all know the song by the Dire Straits, Money for Nothing? You might not know it, but you know the guitar riff. So I'll play it real quick. Absolute banger of a song. But there is something I need to make you all aware of after we get through the sick guitar riff. Okay. So you guys are well aware of this song. I'm going to tell you guys something awful. I can guarantee almost that you guys have only ever heard the radio version, because in the non-radio version, he drops the F slur 3 times in a row. I did not know that. So I added it to a playlist to listen to at work, and all of a sudden I hear the lead singer of the Dire Straits drop the F slur 3 times in a row, and I get fucking flashbanged at work. And I'm like, okay, interesting. I'm gonna go find the 2022 remaster that excerpts that part. It's honestly, it's not great. And you really can't, you sadly cannot pull the, product of his time kind of thing. Because even in 85 when the song came out, it was very controversial. But yeah, apparently it's just on Spotify. The first option that you get when you search Money for Nothing, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Anyway, I found another song of the Dire Straits called Lady Rider that I think is much better. But then again, I also love Sultans of Swing, so Lady Rider sounds more like that to me. I'm fine with it. It applies to me. That's perfectly fine. I'm just saying, like, I play my car. Like, I usually play, like, my songs and playlist in a car with people. And I don't want to have to subject random people to that, frankly. Yeah, in a professional setting, it is not good. So yeah, if you ever have a board meeting and they ask you to put on some music, make sure you put on the right Money for Nothing. Or you might not have a job by the end of the board meeting. Yeah, the F slur, not the F word. We could say fuck here. Everybody in here should be 18 plus. But yeah, just absolute flashbang moment. Down around her face. Alright. That's enough jamming. HR probably won't like that, to be honest. Actually, though. Speed running unemployment right there is what that is. Ow. What is that emote? What the fuck is that emote, Stinov? That's crazy. That's the next evolution of twerking right there. But yeah, that absolutely flashbanged me while going through a playlist a few days ago, and I was like, I gotta talk about this with chat. HR, can we go back to that sick riff? I mean, that more than makes up for it. Look, guys, it's totally cool that he said it 3 times. The guitar riff is just incredible. It's actually really funny to think about. No, you don't understand. He makes up for it. It evens out because of the cool guitar riff. It makes it totally fine. It would be, honestly, that is honestly what I would expect out of an HR company. Or like a company, like an HR for a company. To like not know about that and accidentally shove it into a playlist and it play during like the Christmas party. My yearly music recap includes North Korean propaganda music and an unlisted Pipkin Pippa song. That's interesting, Ember. That's certainly interesting. Unique tastes, for sure. Guys, look, ignore that part, okay? The guitar riff. The guitar riff. Also, he says refrigerators. Really funny. Yeah, Red Sun Rising is a banger. Mao went off on that one. Do you think Mao's singing that? Honestly, that song would be way funnier if that was actually Mao. Unironically. Actually just like millions starving to death and he's just like absolutely singing in this extremely high-pitched voice in the studio. That would be really fucking funny. My yearly recap was just Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby. Mine was all Tennessee Ernie Ford and Marty Robbins. Mao singing Money for Nothing would be hilarious. I mean, that'd also be funny, but I was talking about Red Sun in the Sky. That would be kind of funny, though. Actually, now that I've thought about it, I don't think I've ever actually heard a speech by Mao. I don't know what like, Chairman Mao even sounds like. Now that I think about it. I might check that out later. It's one of those things where it's like, it just kind of makes you curious about it, where you're like, I do wonder what they sounded like. Because, like, I don't know what Chiang Kai-shek sounds like either. My headcanon is they saw Mao Zedong with his shirt, with that divorced dad bod, and that immediately caused a proletarian cultural revolution. No, it's the opposite, Stunov. He was pulling like the Winnie the Pooh, where like, he had a shirt on, but like, it didn't go over his belly and no pants, so like, his tabernacle and choir, his hammers and sickle were just like flapping out in the wind. And everybody was like, that is my revolution. He was standing on the top. He was standing on the mountaintop. Hammers and sickle, like, flapping in the wind with a shirt that barely fits over his tummy. And every Chinese person during the 1930s and 40s was like, that is going to be the leader of my next cultural revolution. And that's Buddha. That is Buddha right there. I don't typically care for cars or racing, but my favorite game by the Cardigans just brings me back to Gran Turismo 2. That's me with It Starts by was it Alex Grammer? I think. It takes me back to Forza 3, I think. That intro for Forza 3 was such a banger. Is that what they meant when they said leap? Yeah, just not very far forward. Peak male physique. Balding to a point where it's like a fucking inner tube of hair on his head. A rare form of male pattern baldness. No pants. digging balls, just flapping in the wind. Shirt that barely covers his bulbous stomach. Doing the chairman salute. That's crazy. Big red sun behind him. Hara bald model win. Never! There might be a hair change sometime soon, though. Mao Long Dong? That's crazy. Hold Zay Dong out? That's funny. His little red dong was out. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys the Forza 3 video. That was a banger that I don't think many remember. Hold on. Was it Forza 3? Not Forza Horizon 3. It's Forza Motorsport 3. There's a difference, apparently. Hold on. I'm having an aneurysm. There we go. Alright. Boink. Wait. No, this is it. I think. Maybe. The graphics did not age well, but back in, like, 2012, this was incredible. This is also definitely not the intro. Yeah, this is definitely not the song. Hold on. Here it is. This is it. This intro hit so hard back in 2012. I'm ready to start again. Turn off the sun. Are you ready? Let's start again. But yeah, absolute banger. I'm not watching the Zexel intro. Get that garbage out of here. Get that trash off my screen. All right. Anyway. But yeah, absolute banger jam. Used to listen to it all the time while I drag raced cars on Forza 3 and got really angry because people would just pay $30 for the Bugatti Veyron, which had like fucking like 4 billion horsepower. So lame. I'm over here showing up in like a Ferrari Italia, and this guy's pulling up with a Bugatti Veyron. I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's fair. It's true. My broke, like, 13-year-old ass did indeed not have $30. I was renting the fucking game from Blockbuster. Correct. I didn't even have enough for the fucking game. What's up, Mr. Yeet? Dude, pull up in the shopping cart go-kart. That would honestly be incredible. Honestly, so the other thing was, that same game, they had what was, honestly, some people thought was the coolest feature, is they had the Halo Warthog in the inspection area, and Jeremy Clarkson did, like, the voiceover for, like, the inspection of the Warthog. It was really sick, because Jeremy Clarkson did the voiceover for all of Forza 3 when you inspected vehicles and learned about them and stuff, It was honestly maybe the coolest, my most favorite feature of Forza 3. And though I barely really got into cars, and it was really just me playing Forza 3, that certainly helped. It was a really cool feature. Hey, Lol, hi. Hey, Bravo. Welcome in. Some more highlights from my mix include Evil Wizard Rap Battle. That's insane. Yo! Welcome in, Raiders! Welcome in, everybody. My name's Hara Rae Sol. I'm an Egyptian Peregrine Sun Goddess, and I do War Thunder Variety and History streams. Thank you for the raid, Artie. How was your stream? Y'all don't know Artie, please go check her out. We're really good friends. She does a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And she's really good at it. So please go check her out. Dueling Duelist who lost twice here. Hi. Ouch. Welcome in, Kriller. How's it going? Hell yeah, Lil High. Sounds great. War Thunder. Yes, it is tanks and planes. I also have a master's in history and work as a museum curator full-time, so we like to play a bunch of history games and stuff like that. Also, we're really big on Tarkov right now, so if that's where you're feeling, feel free to hang out. Got the Chally too about 40 minutes ago? Let's go! Hell yeah, enjoy it. It's not the best top tier tank, but it's certainly not bad as long as you play around hills. Alright, well, I do hate to say it, but Artie, you rated me as I was ending, hun. It is time for me to go to bed. I have work tomorrow, but we will be back on Friday. Yo, thank you for the follow, Kriller time. But I will be back on Friday at 7 p.m. CST. We're gonna play some solo Tarkov for a little bit. Then we're gonna pick up some friends and play some group Tarkov with Captain Crunch, hopefully Yariko-san and Hestia Olymp. So we're gonna find somebody to raid out to, and I will see you guys on Friday. If you want to catch me out until then, you can catch me on Twitter or Discord. You can find the links below. Same thing, Hara Rae Sol. So if I was allowed out of the tomb, you are allowed out of the tomb. I'm leaving. You're more than welcome to leave. Okay. Who are we gonna raid? Let me see. Who to raid? Un momento, por favores. Man. I'm trying to figure out who I haven't raided recently. We'll raid Barrel. Barrel's cool. Alrighty. So like I said, I will see you guys on Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for more Tarkov. Tarkov's not your jam or your busy Friday. We'll be back Sunday at 2 p.m. CST for some War Thunder. Thanks again, guys, for coming and hanging out and chatting with me. I feel like we talked about a lot of fun stuff today. And I'll see you again next Wednesday for some more chatting as well. So bye, guys. See you later.